Well, Nathan, it's finishing a 1-0 defeat here on the road at Stafford Rangers. A poor showing there.
Poor showing by both teams, really. It wasn't a game of football, was it? Conditions, difficult pitch. We've had two brilliant chances in the opening 10 minutes. Not converted any of them. Obviously, on one of them we've hit the post. We should have done better. They've had one chance from our mistake, edge of the box. Boy still got a lot to do and scored a very good goal. He was clinical. That was the only real chance they've had in the game, and it's won them the game. We're lacking ideas. I don't want to, keep making excuses. The boys, it was difficult, but we just couldn't find a way to break that Stafford line, and that's down to us not being good enough in the final third.
Yeah, and you touched on the big chance. We did have that one for Nathan Thomas there. That was really sort of the only clear-cut opportunity we would say they had, and if that goes in, potentially different story because a few minutes later Stafford do take the lead. Yeah,
it's a one-on-one, and we've missed too many of those key stages in games. I think if we score that, it's one of those. As early as it was, it puts a lot of pressure on Stafford because they needed to win the game. Don't forget we've also had the junior one where he just couldn't get his shot off. He's beat the man. They're two golden chances for us, and we've not managed to capitalise on it. And we've kept Stafford in it, and this is what happens. It's the story of the season. It's like Groundhog Day. We've not finished the team off when we can, and we've let them get back into the game.
Yeah, in terms of the man of the goal as well, you already touched on the mistake. It's one of those where Colby Shepherd, we've seen him so many times make those runs from defence, and usually so good at carrying the ball, perhaps not suited his particular pitch though.
No, listen, that's not Colby's fault. It's come from Colby in the end, obviously. But on a pitch when we've got the wind, we're trying to play out from the back when the pitch isn't conducive to do that. We discussed that before the game. It should never have happened from phase one. For whatever reason, we're playing deep when we've got the wind. Like I say, there's just no problem solvers out on the football pitch, and we had to do a real redress at half time. But listen, that goal, there's so many errors from us that it just, from a manager's point of view, it wasn't acceptable, and I'm certainly not going to point a Colby for it because there were so many other things that should have happened before that.
Yeah, and obviously with the wind at your back to that first half, plenty of times the ball getting into the right areas of the box, just in case he wouldn't fall right, couldn't get those clear good chances on the time. Did have it, it's basically straight at the keeper on every occasion. Yeah,
well, when we were loading the box with Danny, we won enough. We got a lot of second phases. We just weren't connecting on it. And listen, that's not luck. That's not luck at all. We keep blaming that, and we're not getting the rub of the green. But other teams are doing it against us and scoring goals, and we've just got to be better. It comes down to experience and game nous, and we just at the moment don't seem to have any of it. We've got to be better for the amount of chances and dangerous areas we've had the ball, but we've failed to score.
And then the second half, obviously going to be reversal in terms of sort of playing against the wind, and it did seem that Whitby did struggle with that quite a bit.
We struggled with it, as did Stafford in the first half, barring that one chance. But Stafford also struggled with the wind because they've not created anything other than a couple of corners and a couple of throws, where again it's a lottery. But their back line stood strong, and when you've got a 1-goal lead and you're fighting for your life, lads tend to give an extra 10-15%, and you could see that right the way through the Stafford team. It then comes down to us: are we going to raise our game by 10-15%? I'm not saying our lads haven't worked hard. They have. They've battled for absolutely everything. But you've got to find something more to create some chances. And I think it epitomised the day when Haslam's come on and he's gone down the left-hand side and he's put a brilliant ball across the 6-yard box, and surprise, nobody's there. That's been the story of our season. We've played some excellent stuff. We've scored some very, very good goals, but those goals that they're simple tap-ins, they're few and far between for us, and that's something that moving into next season, obviously I've got to look at. We're not scoring enough goals. We've got to try and get a tune out for the next 4 games, and and try something different, I think, to change that.
Yeah, in terms of the last 4 games as well, obviously, I would say it likes a shame to sign up for next season. It's one of those where you're looking at players sort of playing for the future as well to see what they can offer you.
Yeah, 100%. It's exactly that. I need to see more. I've got to be honest. There's players there that have been good in certain parts of the season. There's players that are not doing good enough now towards the end of the season. This is what football is. You can't pick and choose when you play well. You've got to be consistent right the way through. And for me, you know, they are playing for the contracts. It's as simple as that. And whilst they might have offers elsewhere, there's a lot of players on that football pitch for us who need to be doing more. And I've told them that in the changing room. So, you know, for me, they're all on trial for the next 4 games. We've got a cup final to look forward to. But we need to be a lot better than what we were to be.
Yeah, and next week it's back on home soil against the league leaders Radcliffe there, and
Yeah.
you know, it's obviously got a different sort of game, and in a way it almost feels strange, like a couple of might suit a bit more. The team are going to come at you.
Yeah, they will. Obviously the best team in the league, goes without saying. 2 gaffers there have done a brilliant job. Obviously they've got money to spend. I don't think that's any secret, but you've got to go spend that money wisely, because you can very easily squander it. They've been the best team in the league over the season. They've got the best attacking force in the league. The goals for tell you that. So we're going to have our work cut out. But what it does is, with a team like that who attack, it obviously gives us space to play as well. And I've got no doubt. I back the lads to the hilt. I always do. We're better than what we showed today. We seem to be going through end of season blues. It's my job to pick them up, and there's no better game than playing what are going to be the league champions. And you know, that's the carrot for them, to go beat them. Can we do the double over them? Played ever so well at their place. Our pitch is in good nick now. We can play football, and like I say, we're going to use this week to prepare. We're going to get this out of our system, and we'll look forward to playing Radcliffe.
Yeah, that's much, Nathan.